You know, English has this really weird quirk. We can use the exact same grammar to talk about two totally different times, right now and the future. How does that even work? It sounds kind of impossible, doesn't it? Well, stick around because we're about to crack this code together.
Okay, so take a look at this. On one side, you've got I'm watching TV. Simple enough, right? It's happening now. But on the other side, I'm meeting Sue tomorrow. That's obviously in the future. But wait a second. Look at the grammar. I'm watching, I'm meeting. It's the same structure. So how on earth can one tense pull double duty like this? That is the big question.
Right, so that's the central puzzle, isn't it? The grammar's the same, so how is this even possible? How do we just know which one means now and which one means later? Well, it turns out there's a really neat little rule that unlocks the whole thing.
And here it is. The secret is something called the fixed arrangement rule. This little concept is the key that lets us use the present to talk about the future. So let's dive in and see what a fixed arrangement actually is.
So what in the world is a fixed arrangement? Well, think of it this way. It's a plan for the future that's already locked in. It's not just a maybe or a sometime kind of idea. Nope, it's confirmed. It's solid. It's like an appointment you've already put in your phone calendar.
Let's get a little more specific. What are the ingredients for a fixed arrangement? Well, there are usually three key things. First, the plan is already made. Second, it often involves other people. And third, there's usually a specific time or place attached to it. If you've got these three things, you're pretty much good to go.
Okay, theory is great, but let's see how this works in the real world. To do that, we're going to take a peek inside Sally's diary for next week. This will show us exactly how these plans turn into actual sentences. So first up, Monday. Her diary says 9 p.m., disco with Louise. Okay, let's use our little checklist. Is the plan made? Yep. Does it involve someone else? You bet. Louise is going. Is there a specific time? For sure. 9 p.m. Boom. That is a perfect example of a fixed arrangement. And because it's a fixed arrangement, look at how she can talk about it. She can say, on Monday evening, I'm going to a disco with my friend Louise. See that? I'm going. That's our present tense, being used to talk about a future plan. And it just works. All right, let's see what's next. Tuesday just says work late. This is another great example. It's a confirmed plan, probably something she's already arranged with her job. It's a solid, fixed arrangement for her evening. So how do you think she'd say it? You got it? On Tuesday evening, I'm working late. Once again, she's using that am verbing structure, and it's perfect because, say it with me, it's a plan she has already made. Okay, but now look at Wednesday. It's blank, nothing. No plans, no appointments. So what happens to our rule when there isn't an arrangement at all? Which brings us to this question. What is Sally doing on Wednesday? If the whole rule is built on having a plan, how do you talk about, well, not having one? It's actually pretty simple. You just flip it into the negative. She isn't doing anything on Wednesday evening. So you see, even the absence of a plan fits the rule. The grammar still totally works. Okay, so we've nailed down when to use this tense. But, it's just as important to know when not to use it. This is a super common mistake, so let's clear it up by talking about the difference between an arrangement and a prediction.
Look at this side by side. On the left, we have our fixed arrangement. I'm working late on Tuesday. That's a plan Sally controls, right? But on the right, we have a prediction. It's going to snow tomorrow. Can Sally control the weather? No way. It's not a plan she can make, so we have to use a different way to talk about the future, like going to.
And that right there is the key takeaway. You can't arrange the weather. This grammar trick is only for plans that you or someone else can actually make and control. You can arrange to have coffee. You can't arrange for the sun to shine. That's the big difference.
And there you have it. That's the whole secret. The reason one grammar tense can talk about two different times all comes down to this one simple idea of a fixed arrangement. So now that you know the rule, take a second. What are you doing next weekend?